Hey guys, we made it to Gilbert, West Virginia. We're going to be hitting the Hatfield McCoy's trail system here. It's over 300 miles of ATV riding through trails. You can go ride on the highway in some cities. So that's what we plan on doing. We plan on taking the trails to different cities. Matawan, Williamson, and in each city that we go to, we're going to stop for lunch, and then we'll hit the trail system back. I hope you enjoy the videos. So I've been going to Gilbert, West Virginia with a group of my friends for about 5 years now. It's about a 19-hour drive from Miami. We usually stop at Mooresville, North Carolina, which is about 15 hours away, and drive the other 4 hours the following day.
I always love seeing the Modge Bridge. It connects downtown Savannah, Georgia and Hutchinson Island. Not only is it a cool looking bridge, but it means that we're halfway there. This bridge is 8 hours from Miami and about 8 hours left to get to Mooresville, North Carolina. On our way to Gilbert, West Virginia, we're on I-77, hanging out with David.
What's up, guys?
What's your Instagram?
Instagram is beef@67.
Got it.
Talk about a cool pumpkin patch. Every year we come here, we see the sides of these mountains covered in pumpkins. Once we get through the East River Mountain Tunnel, we'll be in Bluefield, West Virginia. This tunnel was the most expensive highway project in all of West Virginia. And here we are, Gilbert, West Virginia. We made it. So this is where we're staying at Gilbert, West Virginia. It's the Guyan Suites. This used to be office buildings as well as a supermarket that went out of business. This down here is like the man cave where we store our bikes. You open up that garage door, pull right in. It's closed now because it's chilly for us since we're from Miami, but it's about 50 degrees here. All the bedrooms are upstairs, kitchen, several bathrooms. I'll show you the inside now. How's this for a man cave? All our bikes are lined up. They're all nice and clean because we just got here. We usually wash them at a car wash down the street, so we bring them back in nice and clean. Back here we have a kitchen with a large table where we all sit and eat every night. There's a restaurant down the street, Giovanni's. Great Italian food. We usually pick up Giovanni's every night and we eat there. After we're done working on the bikes, you can play pool, air hockey, a bunch of different games. We had a cornhole championship last year. That was very fun. Upstairs from the man cave, you have Guyan Suites 1 and Guyan Suites 2. We always stay in Guyan Suites 2 because it's larger. Here you have a full bathroom. It's very convenient. They leave all the soap and towels. And off to the right, you have another bedroom with 2 bunk beds, and I believe that's a queen size bed. Another full bathroom. And here you have the kitchen, and on the left you have another bedroom with a queen size and full size bunk up on top. And here you have in the kitchen Jeff and David. They're filling out their forms for their trail passes and reading all the instructions and looking at the maps. And here you have another bedroom, 2 bunk beds and a queen size bed. And last but not least, a queen size bed and 2 more bunk beds.
Go ahead, please.
Basically, here is going to be our trail system.
Devil's ass.
Everything you see highlighted in green is going to obviously be easiest. That's where you're going to be.
Yes.
Easiest.
I'll try to be.
Most difficult. You'll find me there.
Yeah.
All the trails are numbered, so here you have 95 on the Rock House Trail system. And when you get your map, you'll use this to get from different areas. And while you're riding, you want to look out for the little trail signs with the numbers on it, and that's how you're going to get from town to town. Sometimes you'll have to switch from 95 to maybe 30, 32, and that's what the number you're going to be looking for.
One special stop we always like to make when we go to Hatfield and McCoy trails is the Hatfield Family Cemetery. In this cemetery, Devil Anse is actually buried here. As you'll see shortly, there's a statue of him overlooking his grave. That statue was imported from Italy, and it cost the family $3,500 back in the 1920s, whereas today that value would be over $60,000.
Here's a good example of why you want to go around corners slow. You never know who's coming around the other side. And you'll learn the hand signals to hold up. If there's 5 people behind you, you'll hold up 4 fingers so they know that it's you plus 4 people behind you. And usually the other driver waits, or you wait for their party to come through. After a full day of riding, sometimes we'll cheat and we'll take the highway back home. Here you can see the amount of railroad tracks and railroad cars that they used to use to fill coal from the local mines. David and I rented a side-by-side from one of the local shops in the area to see what it would be like. We were considering about buying one. I honestly like riding the ATV better on these trails. It feels like you're a little bit more one with the road rather than being stuck inside of a cage. Matawan is a town in Mingo County, West Virginia. According to the 2010 census, there were only 499 people living here in 261 households. We usually make this trip to come to a Mexican restaurant. It's very good. I suggest coming out of the trail and checking out Matawan. It has a large wall built around it to prevent from flooding. If you look closely on the flood wall along the Tug Fork River, it depicts the Hatfield and McCoy feud in several of the artistic drawings on the wall. While riding the trails, you never know what you're gonna find. This year we found the wild goats. A couple years ago we saw wild horses. I haven't been able to find the wild horses since then, but these goats were pretty cool. This is by far my favorite road to drive on. I wish I had a sports car so I could take these corners really tight. But the ATV will do just fine for now. As we head back into town, here's Giovanni's on the left-hand side, and I'll show you how close it is to the Guyan Suites.
Last year I took my dad riding with us. I thought he'd enjoy it, which he did, and we made a big mistake. We're going up one of the trails, and we didn't look at the number. Some are black, they're labeled with different numbers. My buddy Eric went up before me, his son followed him, and I followed his son Ryan up the hill. I waited for my dad to go up the hill behind me, and nobody came. So I walked to the edge. It was a very steep hill, and I was surprised that Eric and Ryan made it up all right. So I walked to the edge of the hill, and I looked down, and I saw a biker down, and it was one of our group members. And I automatically assumed it would be a two-wheeler because of how steep it was and slippery the rocks were. And when I looked down, it was my dad. My dad was on his back, the ATV was at the bottom of the hill, and my dad was pretty badly injured. He broke 26 ribs. He fractured every rib in his chest. He fractured. We were about an hour into the trail, and to get him out of there took us over an hour and a half with 26 broken ribs. You can imagine how hard it was for him to breathe. Luckily, we got him out of there, and we took him to Logan County Hospital, and eventually Logan said that they couldn't help him anymore. So we had to take him to the capital, Charleston, to the hospital there, where he spent about a week in the hospital. And knock on wood, there was nothing majorly wrong with him. He just had to heal those broken ribs.
If you found this video informative and would like to see more, please don't forget to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.